Hello, friends. All right, let me ask you a question. Do you think that you are emotionally intelligent? Do you think that you have like what it takes to be a reasonable, understanding, calm person? Do you crash out a lot? That used to be me. And shoot, sometimes it still is me. I will not lie to you. Sometimes I'll fly off the handles. But there was a video that I was watching that caught my attention, as I always do. There's always a video that catches my attention. It makes me think. I love to think, and I love when I find videos that provoke conversations that, that make me like, girl, let me just get on here and talk to someone about this. But yeah, so I was watching the video about emotional intelligence, and the content creator was saying how 10 seconds of anger or 10 seconds of rage can completely change and or ruin someone's life. And I said, oh my goodness, how true is that? How many times have I, have been at work and just completely crashed out on my coworkers? Because trust me, honey, if that was one thing about me when I was younger, in my early 20s, my mid-20s, you couldn't tell me nothing. Get on my nerve if you want. You was getting cursed out right at work. I did not care. But then I was like, now that I'm a little bit older and I understand a lot more about, now I can't say a lot more. It's still a journey and I'm still going through it. So it's going to be more instances. It's going to be more moments. It's going to be more times where my emotional intelligence is going to be tested to see if I can stay calm. But now that I am at the ripe age, the golden age, the starting age of 30, honey. 30. Sometimes it still catches me off guard. I'm not going to get off on a whole tangent, but sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I'm 30. Freaking crazy. I don't know. Grateful to actually have seen 30, but I'm also like, girl, I am 30. 30. Anyway. But now that I've gotten a little bit older, I was like, I understand where I want to put my energy and who deserves my energy and what events deserve my energy and how much of my energy I'm going to put into things. And for a lot of situations, it just doesn't require me to crash out. It doesn't require me to give those 10 seconds of anger and of blowing up. Sometimes I like to just sit back and I was like, is this worth it? Where am I going? Where do I want to be? What are my plans? And do I want to let this moment change my plans? Do I want to let this person change my plans? Do I want to give this moment in time the opportunity to take me away from what I've been working at for so hard and for so long, especially when there are days when I don't want to do things, but I still have to get up and do it. It's a constant challenge. It's a constant effort to get myself out of my own way. And I just feel that with a little bit of emotional intelligence, I understand a lot more about what it is that I'm willing to put my time and energy on. And if it's not serving me to where I want to be, and we can even call it boundaries. If it crosses a boundary, and my boundaries change and my boundaries evolve all the freaking time as I get to know myself more, as I put myself in more positions, as life just be happening, honey. But I was like, it's always testing me and putting me in these new places. But I was like, that same question of Sean, where do you want to be at? And is this reaction? Is this emotion? Is this, are these words? Are these sayings? Are you standing up and throwing your hands up and raising your voice? Is this where you going? Is this going to help you? If not, take a step back, because your energy is finite. It is limited. And there's going to be a day where you do not have enough of it to be given. And not even just the fact that there's going to be one day that you don't have enough of it. Once again, going back to what the content creator said earlier, he was like, those 10 seconds of you crashing out can change everything. especially if you do not like use it in a good way. 10 seconds can change it in a good way, in a positive way, like, oh yes, I just killed that, like, or I did something that I did not think I was going to be able to do, or that took a lot out of me, but I'm glad that I did it. Or it can be something negative that you look back and you're like, dang, oh, like, I should not have done that. And that's like, I don't know about you, friend, and maybe I would like to talk to more people about this. Maybe it'll be a video I'll make. But like, I try to live life with as little amounts of regret as possible. Even if I look back at certain situations and certain like actions that I've done, and I may not even like find them favorable. I may be like, dang, that could have been better. But I try my best not to regret them. I say, well, what didn't I like about them? How can I change them for the future? Right? Like, what was it in that moment that set me off? What triggered me? How could I keep myself out of those situations for the future? Like, if I know, like, you know, people raising their voice at me in certain times, like at work, like if we at work, like I know that's a trigger for me. Do not raise your voice at me when we are at work, because for me, that's what work is supposed to be about. Work. You give me respect, I give you respect. We talk about the work. We can be friendly and talk about like surface level, but don't raise your voice at me, especially while we at work. That is a boundary for me. But I try my best not to live life with any regrets, and I try to learn from the moments that I do not see as the most favorable, right? But I also feel like that like is a little bit of like growing in a part of the emotional intelligence, like just growing as a person, right? But let me know what you think about like emotional intelligence. Do you think that you are a very emotional intelligent person? Are you someone who crashes out like every other 2 seconds? Look, friend, there is no judgment here. Look, sometimes the crash outs kind of be valid. I will not lie to you. Sometimes I'm like, girl, yeah, you need a little bit of crashing out. Look, 'cause some people be gotta keep your pin strong, honey. But are you someone who like has learned from like a lot of the past lives and past moments? Are you trying to correct them, or do you see no fault in it? Like, let me know where you are at with your emotional intelligence. Are you working on it? I feel like it's going to be a lifelong journey, friend. I will not hold you. I feel like that is something that we should all collectively, you, me, the dog, the cat, the parrot, your mama, your daddy, the kindergartner, we should all be working at that throughout life. That's not something that I feel that we should just like, all right, I'm here, no more. We should always keep an open mind. I think that we should always like be trying to grow. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. And until next time, guys, of course, you got this. Don't crash out. I got this. I'm not gonna crash out. We got this, guys. And until next time, I will see you all later. Bye, guys.